West Valley versus the East Valley. Both of these locations are in the Phoenix metro. They both have incredible neighborhoods, great school districts, growing infrastructure, mountain views, and so many fun events going on throughout the year. So why am I comparing the two? Because as similar as they are also both vastly different. Over 14,000 square miles, 2 counties, over 1.7 million people, and over 24 cities and towns are here surrounding the city of Phoenix. These two areas can also be as little as 20 minutes apart to over an hour and a half from each other, depending on where you're wanting to go. In the West Valley, you have cities like Peoria, Surprise, Goodyear, Buckeye, Glendale, Tolleson, Avondale, and more. In the East Valley, you have cities like Gilbert, Mesa, Chandler, Queen Creek, Santan Valley, Tempe, and Scottsdale. And anyone who tells you that Scottsdale isn't in the East Valley is probably lying to you, because it is in the East Valley. If we're looking at the grid system in the Phoenix metro, the West Valley and the East Valley split along Central Avenue in the city of Phoenix. Typically, any roads in the East Valley are in the streets, and in the West Valley, the roads are in the avenues, as you guys can see here. Unless you are looking at the city of Phoenix as a whole, then you are looking at it split up going north to south. You have North Phoenix, the Central Corridor, Midtown, and South Phoenix. Now, all of this is in Maricopa County, and this here is Pinal County. So if you're looking to move to an area like Santan Valley, Maricopa, Casa Grande, Arizona City, and some parts of Queen Creek, know that you will be in a different county than most of the Phoenix metro. Now, the biggest question you are probably asking yourself is, what city am I going to live in and why? Well, as an Arizona born and raised native and an Arizona realtor, I'm going to give you all the tea. So as I mentioned before, we're going to use a point board system to see exactly which part of the valley is the best for you. And first thing we're going to go into is the style of living. And the East Valley kind of takes the point for this one. The East Valley is considered more upscale for many reasons. You will find high-end luxury cars, high-end stores, luxury resorts, 5-star restaurants, and more. Think of the East Valley as the Beverly Hills of Arizona. Build entertainment attractions, maintain the neighborhoods, and do right by the schools. Now, you also have a lot more congestion and traffic in the East Valley, which can be a little bit of a pain, but it's nowhere near the same as New York or LA. But a lot of people love experiencing the lifestyle that the East Valley has to offer. And there are some that would much rather live way further away from it. Hence, one reason why so many people love the West Valley. As for the West Valley, we are still very new. Most of the West Valley started being built in the early 2000s, which is great if you're looking for a newer home. P.S. If you're looking to purchase a home, whether it be a new build or not, give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'm here to help serve and support you at the highest possible level. The West Valley is more of an outdoorsy, suburb style of living with very quiet neighborhoods, retirees, and families. But we didn't always used to be that way. We used to be strictly farmland, and a lot of farmland is still out here today. So with farmland comes the farm smell. If you are very opposed to that, then this part of the valley may not be for you. However, a lot of this farmland will be commercial or residential space in the near future. I think in about 10 years, there will be more growth in the West Valley than the East Valley. So because of all of this, overall, right now, the West Valley is a lot more quieter and is a lot more peaceful than the East Valley is, due to not as much congestion, traffic, and so on. So I guess it depends. What are you really looking for when you move here? Are you wanting a more quiet, slow-paced lifestyle? Then the West Valley may be for you. If you want to be near the entertainment and the life and the excitement, then the East Valley may be for you. It's your choice, not mine. As far as entertainment goes though, the East Valley definitely takes the cake for that. Because the West Valley is so new, we don't have that much options for entertainment. So guess where we all go? To the East Valley. So the East Valley gets the point for this one. The East Valley is where everything is at. Over here is very much entertainment focused, tourism focused, with 5-star restaurants, top-notch bars, family-friendly events held year-round, concerts, golfing, water parks, the Salt River, tons of hiking trails, and so much more. Now, most of the tourism out here in the East Valley is actually in Scottsdale alone, because we do have world-renowned events like the Barrett-Jackson Car Show, the Waste Management Open, the Polo Tournament, Arabian Horse Show, the Renaissance Festival, which actually isn't in Scottsdale, it's actually in Carefree, but Southeast Valley still works, and so much more. Now the West Valley isn't just boring and dry. We actually have quite a bit of entertainment over here compared to the last 10-15 years. We have the Westgate Entertainment District, which has a lot of bars and restaurants. We have Topgolf, we have Pope Stroke, we have the new Vibe Resort coming soon. That's going to include the Barbie Beach House, Mattel Roller Coaster with Thomas the Train, Chicken and Pickle, and so much more. So we're growing. You also have sporting events and concerts held at the State Farm Stadium and Jobbing.com Arena every season. The West Valley is also very outdoorsy focused, with tons of ATV trails, hiking trails at the Estrella Mountains, Thunderbird Regional Park, White Tank Mountain Reserve, along with Lake Pleasant for camping, sailboating, fishing, water sports, and more. Looking at the future in 20 years, I think the West Valley will have a lot more growth and may even surpass the East Valley at some point. Now, one big thing that both of these areas have in common, so they're both getting a point right now, is it is always great riding weather for bikers. You have year-round motorcycle riding here in Arizona, with mountain views and beautiful canyon roads. Whether you're a sportster, a cruiser, off-roader, ATV, or more, you will find plenty of the roads and weather to your liking. Weather in both areas is still very hot. Not one area is cooler than the other, so it's going to be 100+ degrees no matter where you go here in the summertime. But if you're wanting more rain, if you're wanting more of that thunderstorm feel, the East Valley is probably where you want to be. But if you're okay with a little bit of more of a drought, then the West Valley is probably the best option for you. Speaking of weather, the East Valley gets a lot more monsoons and rain and thunderstorms than the West Valley does. So we're going to give the West Valley the point for this one. Because the East Valley has been around longer, a lot of the older neighborhoods aren't suited well for monsoon storms. So you will see a lot of flooding in some areas during that time of year. In the West Valley, because they learned from the East Valley, they have a lot of plans set in place to make sure flooding doesn't happen, such as washes, drainage, sewage lines, and more. In newer communities in the East Valley, they are planning for this now, but this is something to be aware of if you are looking to move there. Now, one big thing that you have probably asked yourself if you have kids is, what are the school districts like? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, the East Valley gets the point for this one. As far as the schools go, the East Valley is rewarded an A+ for this one because the town of Gilbert was ranked the #1 school district in the state of Arizona. And the city of Chandler and Scottsdale don't fall too far behind either. But the West Valley is newer, so there are a lot of schools that are up and coming here. The Verado schools in Buckeye are pretty great. Peoria Unified School District is awesome. The Surprise School District is great as well as the Litchfield and Goodyear Park schools. A lot of these schools actually market themselves as A+ accredited schools. If you want more information about that, look at the city's websites, look at the school's websites, and you will be able to find all of the information you need on there. If you are moving here and you want a whole new life, a new job, a new house, a new location, a new city, new friends, guess what? The job growth out here is pretty phenomenal. And both of these areas are gonna get a point for that. Economists project that within the next 30 years, the East Valley will be adding over 300,000 jobs and the West Valley may not be too far behind them. Right now, with the infrastructure in the West Valley, you have Fortune 500 companies. All of these companies are moving their warehouses and processing centers here. Jobs in warehouses like Tesla, Amazon, Boeing, UPS, Costco's, and so much more. And you have the Taiwan Semiconductor facility that should be completed very soon, and that is in the northwest part of the valley, right above the 303 west of the I-17. As far as cost of living goes, the point is rewarded to the West Valley on this one due to affordability. You will pay more for your home in the East Valley in most cities than you will over here in the West Valley. For example, a 4-bed, 2-bath home in Scottsdale, the average home price is about $1.1 million. Whereas in the West Valley in Goodyear, a 4-bed, 2-bath home could cost you nearly half that price at $500,000. I mean, you get way more bang for your buck out here in the West Valley. Overall, both of these areas have a lot of diversity, great schools, things to do, entertainment, housing, and more. But let me know, comment below, which would you rather, the East Valley or the West Valley? If you are looking to make any part of Arizona your home, click my calendar link below to schedule a home buyer's appointment to meet with me via Zoom. We will go over all of your wants, needs, and goals in your home buying experience here in Arizona. Or you can give me a call, send me a text, send me an email. I'm here to help serve and support you at the highest possible level. I am looking forward to meeting you and working with you on your new journey here to Arizona.